We are alive, beloved. We are here. Yes. It is I. How are we, guys? Foos. Insomnia. You know where to find me, baby. And that's on your 6, protecting your back. Okay? Oh, gosh. Guys, yeah, good news. Mustache is back. Had an enormous beard. And then I shaved it for an audition later today. Those are the breaks. I don't make the rules. I just live in it. You know what I'm saying? Hope you're feeling very good here in this year of our Lord, 2024. I'm feeling pretty good. Dude, thank you. Appreciate it, Foos. I mean, I can't complain. There's a lot going on, and there's also, like, not a lot going on. You know what I mean? It's also very straightforward and simple. I was in Texas, visiting some fam, taking donations for the Carpe Baby forthcoming. And, yeah, coming back, I mean, basically ignored my email and am now paying for it. But, y'all, tonight is Papa's first paid Call of Cthulhu game. Let's go! Let's go! Super pumped. Who knows how it's going to go? Other than really fun and probably with some mistakes by ya boy. But Yo-Yo Ma, the famous pianist, and Yo-Yo Mama might have said this too, whoosh, said that they always enjoyed the first mistake because it removed the pressure of perfection. Now, did Yo-Yo Ma actually say this? I have no fucking idea. But I like the sentiment. And a director told me that once before we had the curtain go up on opening night. And I remember it made me feel really good. But as I'm retelling it now, I'm like, did she think we were going to fuck up? Like, what's going on? But man, I love you guys. Foos, I appreciate you asking. How are you doing? What's going on? I missed difficult terrain last night. I was flying into town. I caught the final like 10. But, dude, we do have a due date. Well, we don't have like a date, but it's going to be sometime most likely between February 1st and February 7th. My money is on February 3rd, baby. 2324. Look out. I mean, we're extremely excited. I'm extremely like in over my head. You know what I mean? We're kind of like, we're pumped. We're nervous. There's tons of anticipation. Small doses of fear, but life is good. Yeah. Oh, really? Got it. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. Ay. COVID sucks. I mean, at least it sort of switched into a little bit more, like, I think there's just like a better, like, it's not as many symptoms, it seems like, on these sort of, more recent strains, and that is good, but it can still knock your butt onto the couch in a big way, or worse. And it can still, this is what kills me, it can still like linger. You know what I mean? Like, are we a Cranberry single or are we humans? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want this COVID lingering. I mean, if you were with us in the month of November, and Foos, you caught some of these, like, I had a cough for, I swear to God, 6 weeks. And it wasn't COVID, or at least it didn't test positive, but it took me a long time to just feel like I wasn't coughing every other minute. Well, dang. That's so funny. You know I got love for Dubs and Don Ninario. Kits called Ninners Don Ninario one time, and it was incredible. So now I'm trying to take that and run with it. But I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, we're pumped too, Foos. I appreciate it. Oh, goodness, you never developed a cough. Thank goodness. Well, fever's still a B. And I'm glad you guys are doing okay. I mean, like, all the more reason, I'm just glad to see that stream pop up last night. Like, seems like we're going the right direction, you know? Kits dropped that in whenever I was playing Baldur's Gate, because I was like, I'm sure Foos and Ninners have played this. And Kits was like, yes, I'm positive that Don Ninario has. Hilarious. Okay, let's do it, guys. Let us dive into the damn thing. The Lost Jewels of Erie. This is a one-shot adventure. It's from, I think it's literally from oneshotadventures.com. I want to shout them out. It might be with the letter 1. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. If you go to spelled out One Shot Adventures, it's like a huntsman service for outdoor adventures. So that's not what we're looking for, but this one is. I'm going to drop it into the chat. Yo, do not go to the wrong one. You don't want to get shot by Don Denario. Wait, what the... Hang on. Wait. There we go. There it is. Ah, really? Dang. Well... But... Oh, wait, hang on. I think I got to weigh in. This is my weigh in. Here we go. Yes! There it is. I'm still figuring out the restream. You know? Like, I want this to work. I'm not sure that it will. I want it to work, but will it work? Anyway. What is... Like, Foos, please, if you don't mind, please regale us with a couple more Ninner's nicknames. And then hopefully that will summon him, right? Like a minor demon. After which we can request from him some of your nicknames and so forth, right? We'll write Dubs' name within a Pentecost of blood, and then he too shall appear. Okay. Guys, I love y'all. I'm honestly kind of nervous about this. Let's go ahead and dive in. This is, like I said, from One Shot Adventures, number 1, not spelled out. And they're pretty great. They have a lot of different stuff for a couple different systems, but they have a ton for Call of Cthulhu. I haven't run a Call of Cthulhu game in, over like almost 4 years. And I love it. I feel comfortable and confident with it. But, you know, it's just like anything whenever you're doing it for someone else, much less like whenever it's a kind of a hired capacity. I just really wanted to feel tight and be a fun time. We're playing for like 3.5, 4 hours. We'll probably take a little break in there. And the plan is to treat it like a one-shot, which is a wise move whenever it's, you know, kind of a first meeting. Who knows if it will become more... This one-shot adventure is kind of designed as more of a 3-shot, maybe a 4-shot, and I kind of just want to briefly talk about that because there can be a lot of different ways to cut that. And all the GM/DMs out there, I mean, Foos, I know you know what I'm talking about. Like, it can be hard to wrap up a one-shot within the time constraints and still have it feel flowy and organic. And oftentimes I feel like the two options, or the two most popular options to get around that, are some version of either, like, you know, do it Italian style, which is very quick, molto velocemente, boom, 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 or strip it down, which I guess we'll call Vegas style. Yow! But, you know, you don't... Sometimes I've had one-shots, or certainly, you know, sessions in a campaign where I had the finish line in mind, and then because of role play or, you know, whatever, like, you know, delineations of decisions by parties, we didn't get where I thought we would go. And sometimes an ending will still present itself. But in a one-shot, I feel like it's a little bit harder. Like, you really got to wrap that up and make sure that there's a pretty little bow, you know? Yo! Sager. Happy New Year, Prince. That's a whip and a bugle for the man himself. Have you ever run Call of Cthulhu, Sage? I forget. I think I asked you last time, and I think you said no. Ninnerth. Ninnerth. Ninars. Yeah, Ninars. That's how I like to say Gengar. Gengars. So I will take that. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but in my tiny head, it is. Ninars. Ninus? Ninus Maximus. Ninner's the sheepish lion. Oh my god, that's so funny. He's so sweet. Ninner's the sheepish lion. And Necro Ninners, of course. Of course. That's whenever he's really running a dark campaign. That's when the lifeblood is being stripped from the PCs. Yes. Founder of the Necropolis. I love it. Yeah, exact. Appreciate that, Foos. Foos, have you ever run Call of Cthulhu? They are so difficult. I mean, man, well, the way y'all play is so... It's just a very natural flow. You know what I mean? Like, y'all will pick it up, pick it down. I mean, you and Ninners have slightly different pacing, obviously. But I feel like both of y'all do a great job. I mean, like, I prefer for it to be casual, slow-moving, immersive, you know? And in a one-shot, you definitely still want it to feel immersive, but you don't want it to feel slow. Sage was kind enough to lend his immaculate talents on the Streamiversary one-shot we did in May. Absolutely love that dude. I need to put that up on the YouTube. That's going to happen this week. But man, you know, Sage, I wanted to do that in like 3.5 hours, and we definitely were on there a solid 5.5. But no regrets, because I was having a good time. But, you know, when it's a paid game and there's like limits on it, we really got to hit that, you know? Not run it, no, but looked into it a fair bit. Okay, cool. Like, I like the... You know, we can dive into some of it. Man, yeah, I wish I'd been there. I've been in a one-shot for COC, and I really liked it. Cool. If I'm awake, I will always try. Agreed. Dude, for your time zone, Fuzka streams are like the dead of night. So I love the idea of Sage just being there, like, you know, on the third act of Baldur's Gate. I appreciate that, Fuz. Well, another situation where we had Ninners in the mix, and I think we had him on there longest because he started the session with us, which was incredible. That was such a treat. Okay, let's really get after it. Let's do it. You know, dude, exactly. Well, and what do you think, Sage? Like, is there a way to efficiently do it? Do you have to just have your eye on the clock and be like, okay, we're gonna jump to fill in the blank, or do you do kind of a flow of consciousness, and if it runs long, it runs long? My shortest was 4.5 hours. Oh no. Yes. Vogel. Well met. Hero of time. Bugles up for the queen to be. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you utilizing the lurk command. You know I got spell slots for you, all right? Toss a little darkness on there, you know what I'm saying? Truly, much love. Appreciate y'all. Okay. So Call of Cthulhu. And if you've played in it, or if you've just read it, I don't care. Y'all give me your thoughts. Anything that jumped out at you as a player or keeper. The overall thrust of this is that the Jewels of Erie, you know, this sort of historical, you know, crown jewels of Ireland were stolen. The legend of the Jewels of Erie were that whoever... Well, and this is sort of a weird juxtaposition, but that the jewels couldn't be stolen, but if they were stolen, that whoever stole them would subsequently be uncatchable. The jewels themselves would empower the thieves or thief with the power of like the ultimate cat burglary. They would be undetectable, they would be uncatchable, unfindable. So basically, it's meant to pick up in the bottom of Prajama Castle, which is a very nice castle in Austria, I believe. Right. Honestly, this whole setup is badass. There's some very, scary stuff and some fun stuff. I don't think I'm going to have time for it, so I'm going to be scrapping almost all of the, Prajama Castle. But to me, it was very funny that this adventure was meant to pick up literally in media res, like in the midst of them being underneath a castle with a bad guy locked up and they're running from him. Like, it's meant to be bang, 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 and that's cool, but you don't always know how that's going to go. So where I will be picking up is, of course, at a banquet. Your boys got to toss some champagne back. Where are we? No, not the Hall of Nine. We're picking up the Golden Hall. Great. Whatever the outcome of the Prajama escape, the investigators can escape the kingdom of Yugoslavia. Oh, that's where it was, not Austria. So Yugoslavia isn't around. Whatever the next destination, the only flight out must stop in Vienna before continuing on. And let me just say, I love it when a module is that heavy-handed. They're like, regardless of what happens, it could be a plane crash, it doesn't matter. They end up in Vienna. It's like, okay, acknowledged. The more recent one shot was 6 hours, which was better. It was still estimated for a 4-hour one. Love it. No, that is legit, man. Like, especially when you're streaming it on Twitch, like, we're not going to be mad at you, you know? We're going to be hoping to see that. Like, we're going to be into it, you know? I know. Well, I don't know a ton about it, Sage. Like, break us off. I mean, I don't think the jewels were ever found, right? Like, I know they went missing, kind of roughly World War II, right? But I don't think they ever, you know, were found or resurfaced. Okay, so I just want to kind of jot down the big thrusts of things. And forgive me as I begin the session by writing big thrusts. Control yourself, Sage, all right? I don't want any cracks. I don't want any jokes. I just want some big thrusts. Look, let's call it what it is, all right? So, oh my gosh, can y'all hear Marley honking like a donkey back there? Okay, so, Austrian ball, meet princess, catch a vibe, jewels missing, World War II burgeoning. This is also weird. I'm curious what you guys would do. Oh, good. I can drop that in the chat for you. Yeah, I have been using this a little bit for my Tuesday sesh. Well, Marley is doing his absolute best to be heard, so maybe he will break that in. Shibbity-beep. Then it's going to be... mysterious sounds beneath the castle. This is then going to be interrupted by... Oh, right. I forgot about this. Wait, hold up. The Duke is making a big show. I like how they write this too. Of enlisting in the artillery. I misspelled that, my bad. Boink. Okay. This was very funny to me. Does it say it? Wait, where is it? Hang on, this really cracked me up. The Duke is basically just like throwing this party kind of to impress his wife. Which, let me just say, I've been there. I've definitely enlisted in an army just to impress my girl. And it's a big ask. But I'd do it again. Hashtag Rolling Thunder. Okay, I don't know how I got there. Well, whatever. We'll come across it when we come across it. Let's just get down the beats. Most prestigious. Yes, this is the Golden Hall. I'll print out some of this stuff and give it to him. I'll have these guys sort of, murking about the party just to kind of give it some space. This guy is a really weird, like Spanish fascist who's supposed to be politically off-putting, but engaging and interesting. We've got Ernest. This dude's a Nazi. You know where he stands. I think she's just supposed to be kind of like wealthy and interesting. And then Litzy is another babe that all the flirtatious men in the room are constantly bringing her some oysters. Something the older attendees have comically dubbed the dowry of oysters. Now, if you've ever played in one of my games, you know that if this moment initiates in-game, we'll probably spend 45 minutes there. You know what I mean? Yo, Richter! Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Bugles up, my boy. Good seeing you. Foos, do it. Dispel magic whenever you're ready to return. Yeah, did you drop this in? Let me see. Yo, Insomnia, what's up? Yo, Balls, I missed you. Guys, double bugles. Because you're a parallel version of me. I buy that, Sage. Okay, let me get in here. Let me catch up. Let me catch up with just the knowledge bombs. Oh, bro. I should definitely just read this, huh? Wow. Wow, that's cool. Supposedly by means of a false key. Wow, 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 wow. That's rad. Okay, so this was July 1907. Okay, amazing. Sick. Appreciate that, Sage. It's very cool. Dude, you know, I mean, that's why they call him Sage, Fizz. Lost in 1907, never found or solved. Yes. Yeah, right? I knew it devolved into mystery. I guess I had that date wrong. That's so good. Yeah, exactly. Balls. That's so funny. Sage is literally wearing them. He's like, I don't know where they went, but I do know this necklace is worth a small fortune. You're like, I don't know where they are, but I do know that I will not be buying any more diamonds because I'm good. Insomnia, you do what you got to do, dude. Make sure to drop us some Data of the Year notes because you're making a run. Slightly Russian just to mess with people and history. Is that kind of thing that impresses women? I think women just love when you can eat a million oysters. I think they want you gassy and full of seafood. I think that's definitely the move. Okay. Really depends on the women. Yeah, this is picking up in 1937. So this is picking up right as World War II is pushing towards itself. And yes, historically, I thought it was a little bit later, but Sage hooked it up. 1907 is whenever they went missing. So this is meant to be, you know, the investigators are not going to be actively on the trail of the jewels themselves, but they'll find themselves brought into that, as we'll see here in a moment, you know? Well, Richter, we got to change that, dude. We're going to be doing another one-shot streamiversary in the early summer. So brace yourself. Yeah, right? Exactly. Okay. No, Sage, I'm fine with it. I don't think anybody in this game is going to be particularly caught up in the historical aspect of it. Curazon clan is lurking. The Curazons are a... how are they described? I think of them as master thieves, but an occult or hard history... Oh, fuck yeah. Let's just put this down, huh? And this is another thing. Like, I don't mind reskinning stuff, but I also don't mind just typing it verbatim. Cool. Originally found in Romania. Yes, dude, I forgot they said this. I don't think this is real. Someone correct me if they've heard it, but I love this. Originally created to spy on the ignoble Hungarian princes, the cult soon veered into the study of esoteric magic in unwholesome, quote, genius rituals. The fuck is that? A genius ritual is whenever I smoke a blunt on the way to school and then the Ritalin hits right before the math exam. You know what I mean? That's a true genius ritual. And the only one I've personally participated in. Okay, designed to dramatically boost the intellect of its leaders and even see into the future. By 1900, however, the cult had largely been chased out, and now it's thought that maybe it moved to Ireland or Scotland. Well, we know where it went. We know where it went, right? Well, exactly. Exactly, pre-US, right? The reality is, like, most of World War II was pre-US, right? The US is like, nah, y'all good. Nah, y'all good. I worked in London before I worked in Paris, and I was friends with some tour guides that were also historians. And I just remember one of them. This guy's so good, very talented writer. He basically was like the U.S. showed up late, showed up in the fourth quarter, and then declared total victory for themselves. and I'll be goddamned if we didn't. Come on. Okay. So the Karazhan clan will be there. They'll be lurking. William Cotris, I believe, he's part of the cult. Let me just double check that. Okay, here we go. One of its sex leaders, William Cotris. Yes. Great. So Cotris is the one that's going to initiate the first action. He's lurking around here. Balding and miffed. A slightly too tight tweed jacket. Smoking a curved pipe. He loiters near the bar, nursing a Scotch rocks. Whoop. So the first sort of big push, and this is what's going to drive us into Act 2, is when Cotris kind of jams into this meeting between the investigators and Princess Ileana. So that I thought was honestly pretty well set up here in the adventure guide. Dark-haired young woman, elegant but simple, a bit before 7:30. They prepare for dinner. A well-dressed butler invites the investigators into the Archduke's private dining room. Very cool. The princess asks the investigators to regale her guests with the tale of standing up to Amde Anze. Now this right here is what was supposed to happen in the Prajama Castle, right? So we're skipping that. And I think we'll have to just treat it like she's heard about how talented they are, or how good they are at XYZ. You know what I mean? So great. That's why I've worried about doing Call of Cthulhu, because I worried about historical accuracy. Yeah, you know what? But it's like, it's such a fantastic world, you know? Like, we can borrow and it doesn't need to be accurate. You'll see the end of this, and this is a big spoiler alert, but the end of the one-shot is the wizard Merlin entombed in a tree made entirely of amber. Pretty dope. Is that historically accurate? Yes, it is. But I'm considering like making it some weird historical figure. Like, I don't know, St. Peter, you know? Or some like druidic elder, you know? Are you kidding me? There were lots of secret societies doing weird stuff. While maybe not real, it is certainly believable. Genius rituals are real. They're supposed to be a form of manifestation magic that makes you smarter to become richer. Whoa. Yeah, dude. Okay, well, the Merlin thing is obviously historically accurate. Everyone knows that Merlin died in the year 406 after being swallowed by a tree of amber. Look it up, dude. Look it up. Okay, after the princess asks the investigators to regale her with tales of capturing Anze and protecting the Prajama Castle. Cotris. Man, do not autocorrect to citrus. No. How do you learn this, bro? I need you to learn this. Yes. Oh. No. You guys are so ridiculous. All right, we're out. Google Docs, you're cut. We'll kick down the door. Shoot the two guards. And approach Princess Ileana with a drawn pistol. Cool. This sequence to me is pretty fucking dope. Now for me, let's see how they define it. Huffy and ill-tempered, Cotris is motivated by his deep obsession with the Karazos cult and deep belief the world's leader should be hanged. Honestly, you got me there, Cotris. I'm listening. Who do you want to start with? I like the idea. I'm not sure who this guy is. He feels American to me. He looks like if Stephen Hawking had his neck removed in the photo provided by the Adventure Campaign. Look, Hawking was on Epstein's list, all right? We can bash him. Everybody calm down. He's fair game, okay? But I feel like that guy, to me, is American, you know? Wait. Sage, I got to catch up on this. That is so great. It is accurately. Merlin did become entombed in an amber tree in some of the myths. There you go. See, we only deal in truth over here in the Carpe Clubhouse. That is ridiculous. Why was it amber, Sage? Like, do you know why? Though I like the idea that Merlin is actually many historical figures through history. Messing with the world before returning to his tree. I don't know Joe Abercrombie. That's funny. Sage, that's funny. Call of Cthulhu is all about offering alternate explanations. I love that. Some great examples to me are Indiana Jones, Warehouse 13, and Librarian. Okay, I don't know Warehouse 13, but I'm going to screenshot this to circle back on. Is that a show? Is that a scripted series? Break me off. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. A soldier roll identifies the sound of a grenade. Wait, a venomous spectacled cobra in the other. Interesting. Whoa, this is crazy. I did not see the bit about the snake the first time. That's very funny. Okay. Cotris. And a cobra. I do not want to miss the cobra. Okay, so he'll come in, he'll kind of say his piece. In my mind, he's sort of like a bigger, older American. Now you respect Carrazos. Now you respect me. Give to me what's around your neck, princess. Only then will I spare you and your cowardly husband. Hurry up. Something like that. He strikes me as like a really like drunk Gregory Peck that's put on like 40 pounds, but only around his neck. You know what I mean? Everybody with me? Think Gregory Peck on a ham diet, right? And about 20 years older, just all here in his neck. That's how I see this guy going. Okay. Cool. I'm liking it. So that's going to be the deal here. They're going to have to either demand it. I'm going to see what they do. I will give the party charm or fast talking opportunity. And see, this for me is like the biggest aspect of needing to kind of get back in touch with Call of Cthulhu is just the name of all the skills. I mean, there's like 3 times the skill amount or list as D&D 5e, right? That's funny. Guess amber because people have been finding critters fossilized in amber. Richter, that's a great guess. I love that. Yes. Dude, I've never read any Abercrombie. No, I haven't. I will holler at you. I like that guess, Richter. I feel like that's really good. What about Fess Parker for the bad guy? Who's Fess Parker? Who is my boy Fess Parker? Yes, of course. Dude, he was Davy Crockett? Hey! Yeah, Fess is a good one. It's a good reference. Wow, you are taking me all the way down. And he was Daniel Boone? Oh, bro, he was in Old Yeller. Okay, what a beast. What a beast. Okay, incredible. Wow. Should we make the whole stream about me just going back through my childhood favorites? I completely forgot all about that. Davy Crockett. That's a great callback. Okay. That would be a sensible reason, I think, because it's also often seen as crystallized power. Interesting. And it comes from trees. And Merlin technically was a druidic figure through many of the myths. Interesting. Did not know that. That's amazing. Yes, Richter, you're absolutely right. There's a little bit of that. A little bit of a sort of a low, it's not quite transatlantic, but it's fuller, more dated, earlier, 19th, 18th, 20th century American. Hard as driven steel, easy. Give me what I need and no one gets hurt, princess. Okay. The other guests of the private room are frozen in terror. They can either through action or fast talking. If not, Kotris snatches the necklace and flees through the smoke-filled hall. Great. He's going to point the pistol. Okay, great. Pistol at Ileana. Demands the ruby necklace about her neck. If not stopped, Kotris grabs the jewels, the necklace, and pistol whips the princess. That's not in the book, but I love a good pistol whip. Again, not saying you should pistol whip people, and you should never hit a woman. But if you're creating a villain, I think there's a little bit more wiggle room. Nothing says bad guy like slapping a woman with a pistol. Please don't clip that. Another way is to choke a child. Again, fictionally and theoretically. Okay? These are not real-world suggestions. It's a similar concept to W13, but with creatures and sentient beings rather than objects. Ooh, had some very bad episodes, but also some great characters. Oh, man, I love that. That's very well described. I feel like I can picture that perfectly. In terms of that type of show. I don't really know the content, but... Okay, and pistol whips the princess. Russian, maybe the Duke should step forward. Duke will step forward here. No, that is not the way for this, no? Forward. Trying to de-escalate. I love it. Okay. This that would be great. This is real world advice. You should have the Archduke be protective. Yes, agreed. So, great instinct, Richter. I think that's the direction I'm going to go. I was trying to find right here. The Archduke is protective of his wife, but also not especially courageous. He won't overly provoke the armed man. So, interesting. What if he pistol whips Princess Ileana and the Duke's like, you cannot, no! And he steps forward and Kotris just blasts him. I feel like I'm coming across as extremely violent, and sometimes I am. Alright? So I don't know. Maybe that's the move. Ah, correct. Correct, Victor. Correct. Correct. Absolutely correct. Oh my gosh, that's so good. What's his name? Duke. And on to action. You will not disrespect my... That is not the way. That is not how it should go. You will disrespect my wife. My wife. You will not. You fall, you coward, you coward. It is not how it should be, no. Duke Anton gets the Cobra. Austrian is modified say. This you will not... It cannot be. Gets the Cobra. I love that. Okay. Amazing. Falls down screaming. Kotris makes his escape. Okay. Now, this is not 100% accurate, but for sure, no, he's out there. Coaches is absolutely running for sure, and I think it will be hard for him to escape, but they'll have to roll in a successful chase sequence, right? And we're about to do what happens if he gets caught, what happens if he doesn't get caught. But I really like the idea. I'm not sure exactly how best to put it. Like, a good rule of thumb is that a page is usually, in my mind, about 45 minutes to maybe 70 minutes. Again, tons of variety. Depends how you run your game. Depends how much, the party likes to role play and kick around. But that is a pretty good guesstimation of time in my anecdotal experience for how I run the game. So I feel good at each act, 1, 2, and 3, being about an hour. And then I fully expect, role play to take longer, there to be some tangential kind of stuff. And so that extra 45 minutes will pick itself up, Okay, now I like how they put this, right? Coach snatches the necklace and flees through the smoke-filled hall. Oh, I forgot that. Okay. So Princess Ileana will get her own thing, right? Ileana talks to the jewels and of the investigators' previous successes. Etc. And then right here, grenade. Soldier roll to determine the loud crack and filling smoke. Okay, great. So I like that vibe. That works for me. Absolutely, dude. 100% Richter. I love that. Yes. You're right. Love the medicine ad. I fucking love that. Honestly, that's what I need the most help with, is applicable skill rolls, right? Because I know I'm going to be there and I'm going to be like, make an insight check. I mean, a psychology check, I play so much more D&D than I do COC, but I'm so ready for it. Oh, it's brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now this is for me to save Duke. Anton. Anytime there's something that is like really huge and I don't want to forget it, I'll highlight it. Right? That way I'm like, okay, cool. Do not miss that. Got it. So, Coatress is neither fast nor familiar, so it's likely the investigators. If not, that's okay. I like this. The police take custody, blah, blah, blah. She's shaken. Why Rudy was so valuable. And then praise. Yeah. The Gaelic name, Gurmula Dai. Have you heard of this, Sage? Gurmula Dai. This is sort of the... And I'm thinking about changing the name because it's such a mouthful. But this is more or less the evil organization that's behind, a lot of this action. Or no, excuse me. They're sort of like a cloak and dagger, neutral, cat burglar type organization. But from them, from the Gurmula Dai, is what the Karazos clan is hoping to steal this from. So it's this weird kind of interaction of different people have things, different people use things, etc. But also look for some of their skills that could apply. Using D&D skills such as... Ratio, my boy! Bugles up, Prince. And bugles up for my boy. Let me drink to your health, sir. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Ugh. I think there is a medicine skill. Let me check that. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Yo, you the man, Rachel. How you living? How's your 2024 treating you, Prince? Yes, dude. What you missed is I'm running a slightly different game from D&D. It's my first hired game for Call of Cthulhu, so I'm trying to get things ready to go. Okay, so let me just double check here. And this is a great example of like some of the hard parts of GMing. The GM should allow the investigators to use contacts, social skills, library use roles, or other appropriate means to find out more about the inscription. And again, the inscription is of the thieving organization Gurmuladai. Eventually, they should be led to a junior professor at the University of Vienna. And, dude, that is like all of tabletop in a nutshell. Eventually, this should just happen, you know? But finding a way to really create that and segue that is where the skill comes in, right? Oh my gosh, got it. Well, let's look at that, right? Let's look at that. Let's look real quick at some of these skills here, right? In Ratio, this is called Call of Cthulhu. It's a tabletop game. It's a really, really fun game. It's a great system. But yeah, basically like Dungeons and Dragons, right? There's a player sheet, there's skills, there's rules. They use a D100 as opposed to a D20 as the normal kind of deciding factor in rolls. But there's a ton more skills, right? There's probably twice as many. I said 5 times earlier, but it's probably more like 2 or 3 times as D&D. So something like medicine would fall into... I think there is a medicine, right? Yeah, there is a medicine rule. So it would definitely just be medicine. But there's so many more like specific stuff. Swim, throw, track. If it's a language, it has to be specific. If it's an art or craft, it has to be a specific type of art and craft. And I really enjoy that. Like Call of Cthulhu is meant to be way more realistic, way more kind of rooted in the real world. And I enjoy that. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, it is, baby boy. Oh, we tense over here. Yo, dude. Take a chill pill and relax. Because we are taut as a bowstring over here, baby boy. All right? Taut as a drawn blade. Insomnia, how did your stream go on Sunday, dude? Was that last night? Or is that when is that? I hope that went great, man. Is that supposed to be tonight? Are we both going to be running Call of Cthulhu games at the same time? Should we just have each other on Discord like this? You doing okay, buddy? Okay, great. Great. This is awesome. Oh my god, this is the amber tree. Ho ho, look at that. You're right, look, it's just like Sage said, often thought to be a druid or pre-Christian mystical icon. Wow, very cool. So some of these I'm going to cut out and hand out as they are needed. But let's just get the rest of the kind of the beats down here. So after they chase them, if caught reveals very little, arrogant and spiteful, there will be dozens more like me. I'm just the first. Keep going, keep running, we're endless. We are the sea. We take what's ours. Enjoy it while you have it, it won't be long. There will be dozens more like me. We are not the waves. We are the sea itself. Never ending. Take what you will. It will not be yours now. The diamond is a mere trinket. A means to an end. We would have sold it to the nearest dealer. Okay. So I like that. I like that vibe. Presumably they will be caught is kind of what I am sensing. Like that seems most likely, you know? Okay, thank God. Bless you, Insomnia. Yes? Yup. Yeah. Went well. Look, dude. I care about you, all right? I see survival, natural world, anthropology. Ah, yes. Survival is another great option. Thank you. That's great. Sage, that's great to hear. I'm going to go back and listen to that on my drive. I need to hear some of that. We are set in 1930s and just got to Cairo. Big Daddy Dagon. Yo, let's go. Exactly. Dagon. Bad news. Oh, Dagon. I didn't know it was that bad, bro. I didn't know it was that dangerous. Okay. So, wait. Oh. Whoops. Well, I was doing big thrusts. Hold your jokes, guys. But let's just call that what it is, which is Act 1. They go, shub-a-dub-up. The diamond. Spot hidden, or anthropology, or appraise. Worth about 100,000. That's insane. In 1937, something being worth $100,000. Ahooga. Bless you. I mean, any are bad. Like, they all suck. Oh, bless you. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's good. That's a great way to live. I mean, I was saying this earlier, Insomnia. The hardest part for me, I anticipate, is just being able to request the appropriate skills at the appropriate time. That's like kind of my number one concern. Okay. So, if they don't catch him, if alive, thanks them, shakes hands, and vows allegiance. Princess Ileana has photographs. Whoops. Requested by her insurer in the event of a situation like this. Basically meaning either way they'll be able to examine the diamond. Okay, blah, blah, blah. It's a very valuable ruby. Right. Spot hidden. The investigators can pry the gemstone not to see it. Hang on. Let me just see. History roll. Great. Okay, so this is going to be a artist roll. There is a Gaelic inscription. And you might be wondering, like, why am I doing this when I have the PDF for the entire adventure? I just really want to have it in my own words, right? And I want to have it streamlined because I'm running it as a one-shot and I don't want to have to be searching. I just want to know where my beats are and then bang through them. You know what I mean? Oh, wow, this sounds great. This means rad. Last season we played Call of Cthulhu. I was an occultist. It was fun because sanity issues to my team. Yeah, the sanity factor is real. Doing a Pathfinder first edition. Oh my gosh, Richter, when is that happening? That's happening on your channel? Is that... What's going on here? Hang on. Hold up. Scoping. Examining. Do you stream on your channel, Richter? Let a brother know. We had to run, we time traveled in to swipe something from the city just before the slaughter. As to values, the Nazis had a train 4445 that had billions in art on it, billions in 4445 value. Right. No, the Nazis definitely got their hands on some ancient, sort of the prizes of antiquity. This season I'm playing a Rockefeller and being the funder of the trip and expedition. Insomnia, is that who you sent me in Discord? That was excellent. Well, it is a walkthrough. Right. No channel home game. Got it. Appreciate that. Cool. Very cool. Well, I want to hear how that goes. I'm like really getting into Call of Cthulhu. I just realized it had been so long, and it's such a great system, especially as like a change of pace from D&D. So I'm down. Yeah, I think that was 2, right? Top hat, very kind of steampunk. Artist roll to safely remove the ruby. So I keep saying diamond, but it's a ruby. You're welcome. You are welcome to use all our prayers. If you'd like, Oslo, if you like, I could offer to you perhaps some of my contacts at the University of Austria. I could offer my contacts at the University of Austria. And this is where I play in Professor Bauer. Professor Bauer is a close friend. She would help you. She would help in any way. Okay. So that brings us to Act 2, baby boy. Let's go. Now, let's acknowledge the obvious, right? I'm at a page and a half. The game starts at 5. If it's like 7 o'clock and we're just getting to Bauer, then I'm going to have to treat that scene like quickly, because we got to get to the third act. We got to get to the hideout of these, bad guys and bring this baby home. And just for everyone out there, I mean, in general, you know what I mean? Yes. Right here, you're being... Wait. Let's go. Carpe, I'm there, baby. Yo, Insomnia, you know I'm there, dude. Are you guys always playing on Sundays? Sunday the 21st would be a great option for you, boy. Just if that works. Richter, I appreciate that. I have been in contact with Insomnia, who is an absolute fucking legend. Let's just go ahead and do a shout out. Will it work? He knows he's always welcome. Thank you. Dude, listen, I would love to. When do you guys play? Let me see if this is going to work. I hope it does. Is this going to work? Yes.
For a mere 15 cents, you too could give the gift of silence to this server.
Thank you so much, DCat.
Love a good voice mod. I actually watched that stream. I remember whenever you guys had a bunch of Dragon Riders up. That was hilarious. You just crush the Foundry setup, dude. Yeah, give me the deets on that, Insomnia. I would truly, absolutely love to be there. Would absolutely love that. And who wouldn't love that? Me just fucking up Insomnia's stream. Hacking it. Hacking the mainframe. You know how I do. You have been hacked. Oh my god. Okay. This is exactly what I need. Professor Rosen. Fine. Campus. Green and well laid. The moss covered brick. bespeaking its age. How do they introduce this? Right. Met by Leonard Berg. Got to get the room for the intro. We'll do that in a little bit. I do think that intros become increasingly important in one-shots to hopefully set the stage in such a way that people can just go forward and rip. You know, they don't have to spend a ton of time being like, oh, wait, who are we? Why are we? Where are we? If you could have an intro that defines that for them and also creates momentum forward, then you're good. Like, I think we are literally going to begin with them approaching the ball, like approaching the Austrian castle. Okay. Here we go. Well, I'm not going to write the intro right this second, but I will give it space. I will hold space for the intro. Speaking age. What is her name again? It's Rosin? How does it go? Roisin Bauer. I'm just going to spell it phonetically to help myself.
Yeah. I think she'll be sort of like a mousy kind of American. Mousy American woman, brunette, sharp as a tack, and spacey as a cloud. What? Oh yeah, no, I remember what you asked me. I'm here.
Spectacles, messy bun, ink stains on her fingers, a wealth of knowledge. So this, for me, Act 2 needs to move quick because Act 3 is the meat and potatoes, and I need to make sure that, you know, we get there and we have time to like really enjoy it, you know? Is Professor Bauer the same person as the junior investigator that they're supposed to learn of? Yes, I like that. If by that did I believe so. Did I write down junior investigator? Or are we more picking that up from the document? They are definitely supposed to be connected. Okay, so this is her giving some background on the theft. So she gets excited whenever she hears of the actual jewels. So this I'll probably, you know, I'm gonna, you know, she's gonna get pretty excited here, but. And here's the thing, should I change the name of this clan? Gormula Dai. Like, that to me is just, it's such a mouthful. Are there any handouts that specifically have it? Let me check. Yeah, none of them really mention them. Interesting. Yeah, I think we change it. I think we change it just to make it a little bit easier. Well, that's a good idea, Richter, right? I mean, that's what I did with Roisin, but are we not worried about it being... Yeah, okay, yeah. The junior researcher is Roisin, 100%. Got it. Yeah. I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if like we were talking about something else or one of the pre-made characters. In my mind, guys, it's a little strange. Like the Guriyama Dai. Like that to me is just a strange name. What if we just call them like the Cloaks? Let's let's keep it as it is. Let's keep it as it is. I don't want to be like tweaking too much stuff and then caught in between, whatever, you know? Gurmyala die, it's all good. So I want to make sure I put this in red because it's very important. Shaboink. Okay, great. And I'm planning on bringing a couple extra pre-made characters. I'm not sure if everyone will have one made. But alongside with that is I'm just going to have a character sheet with me to be able to consult to make sure that I'm engaging a fair amount of skill rolls. You know, my lexicon is way more turned, you know, sort of queued into D&D 5e. And so, you know, I just want to make sure I have it, right? Yeah. Agreed. No, agreed. And I think Gurmyaladai, you know, I think adding a little bit of that texture, not, you know, making it so flat will make it fit even more. So she's going to light up. Let's again highlight this. Shaboink. Okay, great. This is going to give them an opportunity for a spot hidden or listen rolls. A lurking shadow outside the professor's door. Now this for me is like, and a lot of the stuff in this adventure to me is very cool and very kind of unexpected, but there's a lot of like A to B to C to D to E, which is great, but in a one shot I need to go A to C to E. You know, it's got to be like boom, boom, boom. It can't be too convoluted. So I might have to trim this down a little bit. It's a secret cabal. Great. Okay, great. I like all this. Where is it? Is this Jonas? Yeah. She has seen enough. They probably exist. Okay. Yeah. I need to mention that they're the second ones to reference this. Yeah. This is big. So we got that guy. And some of these I want to highlight, exactly. Some of these I want to be more like that. Well, maybe not that dark of a blood red so I can actually read it. There we go.
You're the second ones to ask me about that. Huh, kind of weird. How strange.
Okay, great. Handsome Italian man. Mm-hmm. The janitor, the spy, Jonas Steiner. Okay. This is great. The janitor, Steiner, has been hired by Ludo. What's his name? Ludo Bocchi? Yeah. A tripled salary. Set to contact. Okay, great. If the professor did something, but I can't remember what it was. And again, this for me needs to move fairly quick and probably will. Got it. And I mean, I don't think there is anything, Richter, but I'm curious, right? Curious like if there would be. Okay, so this will basically, you know, the point here is to let them know that there is that this castle is sort of the next spot. Might contain some clues. So it depends. Note whether Jonas made a call or not will affect how alert the guards are. The investigators need to figure out a way to get to the island. Oh, excuse me, get to Northern Ireland. Great. And then after that, we'll do the castle. Yeah, tough. Appreciate you looking it up, Richter. We'll see what's up. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where, when in doubt, I think sticking with what you already have down can be really valuable. Because if you don't have a strong opinion one way or the other, like, why change it? You know what I mean? Might as well go with something that feels like it could work or is working. Okay. So here's the deal, guys. I have an audition at 12:35. It's 12:13 right now. So I'm about to hop off and get ready to do that. But I was hoping for Williamson, son of William, or Richter, so you could use that easier name. It would be derivative. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. It's supposed to be for an amateur golfer. And considering that I'm a very bad golfer, I think that this is perfect. This is a perfect role for me. I think it's very much where I need to be, right? Exactly. Well, here's the thing, Insomnia. This is going to be in person, dude. You know? The majority of these I do tape. But now this is just going to be me going down to Wilshire and, you know, going into the room, which is more like an old school audition, which I like. And you're absolutely right. I am a very questionable golfer. I mean, I can get out there. I can chop it up. My dad was a pretty good golfer. But I played, you know, a ton of baseball. I feel like my swing is just like a baseball swing on a golf ball, which, let me assure you, that don't work. That don't work. So, wish me luck, guys. Yeah, I'm going out for the role of gopher with this mustache. That probably would be easier to book. But spot the Discord, because I'm going to let y'all know how tonight goes. The game's at 5 o'clock Pacific. Should be a blast. I know it's going to be like a lot, but it should be really fun. So, hopefully everything will be ready to go. I need to put down a couple more notes for Act 3. And then I need to write the intro that really sets up the stage. But, you know, I'm really going to try to keep the action moving. I want to keep the mystery and drive it. And I don't want to get too off course. I think it's really important to keep the pace and maintain it. So that is what I shall endeavor to do. Insomnia, thank you so much, dude. Truly. Appreciate that. Appreciate you rolling through. Everybody. Lord Richter, tons of great advice. Balls. My guy, Red Sage. Foozka coming through. Vogel. I love all you rascals. Did I meet anybody? I mean, did I miss anybody? Appreciate it, Foos. Thank you. I don't think I did miss anybody, but if I did, I'm sorry, and I love you, and I mean it. Ratio. I did. Ratio, I put up our one shot on YouTube, and I'm just very grateful we did that, man. It's very funny. God, I love when Balls comes through and just like drops some heat and then disappears. It's a power move, dude. It's a fucking power move. Okay, guys, truly, you have my heart right at the center of it. Foos, thank you for the love. I'm glad you guys are feeling better. And thank you for banging out a bunch of nicknames for Ninners. That will be something that I keep close. I did screenshot that. Watch an old Scooby-Doo episode for pacing. Yeah, Scooby-Doo really did do a great job of just wrapping things up, right? Very, very good at that. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to raid a tabletop RPG. And hopefully we'll raid somebody that is, you know, just doing some chill stuff. I would love to find somebody that's doing prep. So let me see. Yes. So I think this guy is doing it in Spanish. But that's okay. Let's just spread some love. Guys, thank you for coming through. Oh my gosh, incredible. The last guy was amazing, right? I know. I ended up following him. I agreed. I thought he was like pretty rad. That's what you're talking about, right, Insomnia? Lord Shattergast or like Shartergast? I don't want to say Shart, but I think that was in the name, right? Yeah, dude, he was rad. Ended up following him as well. I think this guy is ripping in Spanish, but so many of these dudes are like superheroes that are also bilingual, trilingual, you know. But either way, let's spread some love. I will be here on Wednesday, either doing a D&D recap or something else. I'm not really sure, but it'll be a good time. And then Friday, I'm going to play some video games. So, buckle up. But as always, guys, truly, I wouldn't be here without you. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate all your good ideas and feedback, because I need that as a collaborator, as an artist. Yeah, until Wednesday, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I am gone. Goodbye. Fare thee well. Fare thee well into the darkness, my friend.